Terima kasih Saudara Fazil. Selamat pagi dan selamat datang untuk sesi media pada pagi ini. Sesi media ini dianjurkan bersama di antara SPAN dan juga pengurusan air Selangor. Bersama-sama saya dalam sesi media ini adalah on my right Saudara Suhaimi Kamal Zaman. Beliau adalah CEO untuk air Selangor, dan juga on my left adalah Saudara Kelvin Siu. Beliau adalah Head of Distribution untuk air Selangor, dan juga kita ada pengurusan pentadbir daripada air Selangor, dan juga kita ada pimpinan Encik Hashim, Puan Christina, Puan Zarina, all from SPAN. Saya akan mula sekarang. Tujuan mengadakan sidang media ini adalah untuk memaklumkan kepada semua pengguna dan pihak yang berkenaan bahawa pengurusan air Selangor sedang berhad, iaitu air Selangor, akan menjalankan kerja-kerja pembaikan sistem bekalan elektrik di Loji Rawatan air Sungai Selangor Fasa 2 di Bestarajaya pada 24 April 2019. Pihak air Selangor telah mengemukakan permohonan kepada SPAN pada 27 Mac 2019 untuk menjalankan kerja-kerja penambahbaikan sistem bekalan elektrik dan perkakasan kritikal di Loji Rawatan air Selangor Sungai Fasa 2. Dan selepas itu SPAN telah mula menyiasat adakah is there a basis to close the shutdown, dan daripada penyiasatan kita iaitu pada 10 hari bulan 2019 SPAN telah mengesahkan bahawa pelaksanaan kerja-kerja penambahbaikan tersebut perlu dibuat dengan segera. Terutamanya peralatan elektrik seperti finger ring bus di bilik switch berwoltan tinggi telah mengalami kerosakan akibat mendapat lantai. So sebenarnya masalah di sini ialah ini, bila saya baca ini macam Greek, bila it's difficult to understand. Sebenarnya masalah yang kita penyambungan, the connection, the connectivity adalah lemah, and also it's a problem. Right? It's a problem, and it's actually lopsided. It's lopsided. So kalau mereka tidak repair sekarang, if they don't do it now, then there is a potential, ada potensi untuk ada meletupan, explosion. Dan ini akan ini boleh berlaku bila-bila masa. Dan oleh kerana itu kita dapati bahawa isu ini harus disegerakan dan dibuat secara urgent. So the critical point is penyambungan bekalan elektrik boleh putus bila-bila masa, dan oleh kerana itu dan ini bermaksud penyambungan itu tidak kuat. We'll show a diagram in a short while to explain what the problem is, and you'll see from the diagram that the connectivity is very weak. So oleh kerana itu repair itu harus dibuat secara segera. Penyambungan itu mesti dibuat dengan segera. Sekiranya kerja-kerja pembaikan tersebut ditangguhkan, ia hanya akan dijalankan pada bulan Julai. Ini adalah kerana minggu seterusnya adalah cuti umum pada 1 Mei 2019, manakala bulan Mei merupakan juga bulan Ramadan, dan akan diikuti perayaan Hari Raya Aidilfitri pada bulan Jun. So we can't postpone this anymore. Kita tidak boleh panjangkan isu ini ataupun tukar date lagi, oleh kerana kita ada May 1st holiday, dan juga satu musim perayaan, dan juga Ramadan dan Jun, Mei dan Jun. So it's too long. We can't postpone this for too long. So SPAN khawatir penangguhan kerja pembaikan tersebut akan mendedahkan LRA SSP2, iaitu Loji Rawatan air SSP2, kepada risiko gangguan bekalan air yang tidak dirancang sekiranya sistem elektrik terbabit mengalami kegagalan dalam tempoh 2 bulan tersebut. So as I said earlier, seperti saya katakan tadi, anytime the explosion can take place anytime. I'm right about that. It can take place anytime. So and there will be no planning towards it, and the impact on the consumer will be very serious. So oleh kerana itu we want to avoid the explosion. And therefore kita harus segerakan repair ini. So seterusnya, SPAN telah mengadakan satu mesyuarat bersama pihak air Selangor pada 17 April 2019 bagi membincangkan perincian penyediaan dan pelaksanaan kerja-kerja pembaikan air Selangor serta butiran kawasan dan bilangan pengguna yang akan mengalami gangguan bekalan air. So, kerja-kerja penambahbaikan tersebut akan bermula pada jam 9 pagi sehingga 11 malam, iaitu selama 14 jam dan akan menyebabkan henti tugas LRA SSP2, di mana LRA SSP2 berkapasiti reka bentuk sebanyak 950 juta liter sehari, 950 mld, milliliters per day, akan mengalami pengeluaran sebanyak 554 JLH ataupun juta liter sehari. So, saya akan berhenti di sini dan saya akan jemput Encik Suhaimi dan selepas itu Encik Kelvin untuk memberi pandangan mereka dan juga memberi ulasan kalau ada masalah, apakah cadangan-cadangan yang akan kita follow. Tapi untuk bagi SPAN telah meneliti isu ini dan kita fikir isu itu repair ini harus dibuat secara segera and as a matter of urgency. So, but the people on the ground are actually AWANI Selangor. They will actually mobilize the activities in the next couple of days. So with that, let me hand over to Encik Suhaimi.
Terima kasih, Chairman SPAN. Okay. Saya akan memberi sedikit tambahan mengenai kerja yang akan dilaksanakan di Loji SSP2 pada 24 April. Selain daripada penukaran peralatan elektrikal, kami juga akan menukar pipeline mentah di dua stream C dan stream D. Juga menukar dua bak supply rate meter di kolam timbang Bukit Mayong dan kolam Matang Pagar, dan juga menjalankan beberapa pencucian tangki air bersih di Loji SSP2. Pihak AWANI Selangor akan membuat beberapa persediaan untuk membantu semua pelanggan memastikan ketidakselesaan dapat dikurangkan sebaik mungkin. AWANI Selangor akan menyediakan 82 buah lori tangki air dan 17 jumbo tanker, selain menempatkan static tank di premis-premis yang kritikal. Selanjutnya, AWANI Selangor telah membuat persediaan dan perancangan bagi membekalkan air melalui tanker kepada pengguna dan premis kritikal seperti hospital, klinik, pusat dialisis dan sebagainya. Selain daripada itu, 106 buah tangki statik akan ditempatkan di lokasi strategik dan premis kritikal. Pelanggan juga akan disediakan pusat khidmat setempat bermula 26 April. Tetapi sebelum itu, pelanggan disarankan untuk menyimpan air secukupnya dan juga boleh memanggil AWANI Selangor untuk bantuan lori-lori tangki bagi kes-kes kecemasan, umpamanya kematian, kenduri dan yang lain. Pelanggan juga dinasihatkan menggunakan air secara berhemat, terutamanya pada masa ini. Bagi kes kecemasan, beberapa talian disediakan oleh AWANI Selangor, umpamanya pusat panggilan AWANI Selangor pada talian 15300, boleh SMS tanker kami ke 15300 juga, WhatsApp, nombor-nombor akan disediakan. Pelanggan industri juga boleh berurusan di kaunter-kaunter pejabat wilayah AWANI Selangor untuk membuat urusan untuk pembelian air yang diperlukan oleh pihak industri. Itu saja saya ada.
Before I hand it over to you, maklumat sikit. Sebanyak 835 akaun will be affected. Ini adalah lebih kurang 25% daripada akaun seluruh di Selangor, iaitu lebih kurang 2.4 akaun yang sedia ada di bawah AWANI Selangor. So 25% of the account will be affected on this day. Dan lebih kurang 577 kawasan berkenaan akan mengalami masalah, dan kawasan-kawasan yang terlibat adalah Klang, Shah Alam, Petaling, Gombak, Kuala Lumpur, Kuala Langat dan juga Kuala Selangor. Isu yang penting ialah when can we get the water back, right? we cut the water, yes. When can we get the water back? Dan according to AWANI Selangor, mereka telah mengatakan bahawa hampir 50% daripada kawasan yang terjejas dijangka akan menerima air melalui pipe dalam tempoh 24 jam. 24 jam, 24 hours. 50% of the 620,000 accounts akan menerima air balik at least by the first 24 hours. After the shutdown. After the shutdown. Not do the shutdown, but after the shutdown. Right.
Selamat pagi, salam sejahtera. Seperti yang dimaklumkan, kerja-kerja yang perlu dibuat amatlah kritikal dan ini tidak boleh ditangguhkan lagi. Segala persiapan di pihak PAN dan juga AWANI Selangor telah dilaksanakan dan pemulihan bekalan air kepada pengguna telah kita jadualkan dan ini akan dilaksanakan seperti mana yang kita rancang. Di pihak pengagihan, semua usaha dari pemantauan kepada kerja bila bermula dan penjadualan kerja sehingga ke pemulihan bekalan air di Loji dahulu dan seterusnya pemulihan bekalan air kepada semua kolam-kolam dan juga pengguna telah diambil kira dan telah dirancang dan akan dilaksanakan seperti mana yang telah kita jadualkan. Itu saja. Terima kasih.
Sekarang kita buka untuk soalan ataupun pendapat lain.
Why now? I mean, you mentioned that it's critical, you have to get it done immediately. Was it just detected, or how come it has reached this stage where the equipment has been such a critical stage?
But as far as PAN is concerned, we were notified on 27th March. So as soon as we were notified, we have to investigate. Kita harus investigate whether there's a basis for the penutupan air. Is there a basis for that to close down the LRA? So therefore, we did the investigation, and on 10th April, we made a decision, and that's our process. So it takes a bit of time to investigate, to go down to see the problem, to talk to AWANI Selangor, and then also to talk to AWANI Selangor about the plan, how to mobilize and what are the emergency protocols and so on and so forth. But I think AWANI Selangor should answer that question. Why it took some time?
Okay, we first detected with initial preliminary investigation detected a problem at the end of last year. So we clearly see if there's any remedial works that we can do without a shutdown. However, upon confirmation from both our AWANI Selangor as well as the consultants, there is no other way to rectify this problem if we do not do a shutdown, because it's powering the plant. You can't just remove the power and the plant cannot continue. Yeah. Hence, based on that, we quickly informed SPAN as our regulator to apply for the shutdown, and hence from the meeting on the 17th, SPAN has agreed to the shutdown. Now the important thing here is, well, there's no other way that we can rectify the problem without a shutdown, and it needs to be done quickly. If not, it may result in an unscheduled water disruption instead of what we are trying to do now, a scheduled water disruption.
One question. I think consumers are a bit worried, concerned that the disruption is for quite an extended period of 86 hours. But you were saying that from the time of shutdown, areas, about 50% of areas will get their water back.
After the repair?
After the repair.
After the first 14 hours.
How soon? I mean, 86 hours is quite a long duration.
The repair will take 14 hours, right?
Maybe a week.
The repair will take 14 hours, but as soon as the repair is done, in the next 24 hours, you will 50% of the accounts will get the water, according to ISD. Actually, we can do something. We can tunggu dan tengok. If we can tunggu dan tengok, then there will be an explosion. And if there is an explosion, then it will be worse than a planned scheduled disconnection.
Well, maybe I can add. Okay, you look at 86 hours as a long time. Now, there were a lot of process behind it. Initial, when we start to plan for this event, almost to about 90 or 100 hours. So we have removed all non-critical works, and the best that we can do is 86. And this 86 hours is through our, not just plucking the figures from the sky, we've gone through our hydraulic modeling. So we can model our system to say when we shut down, how soon will the system recover and which area will recover first based on the time. Hence, you look at the table, it's clearly stated that for certain areas you will get after 12 hours, certain areas you get after 24, and so on and so forth. Now, the other important thing is to look at, now when we shut the plant down, the electricity cable that we are trying to rectify is within the plant. So we will also need the plant, once it's rectified, electricity you need to start in phases. You can't just on it, it's a huge plant. It's a 33 kV. Yeah, it's not like the one in our house. Hence, it's to be started in phases, and then we need the plant to operate. Before the water comes out from the treatment plant, the plant needs to operate. That will take about 4 hours, right? Subsequently, from the plant to go to the main transmission main, the big pipes, yeah, before it reaches the reservoirs at our housing area, that will take about 20 hours. Once that is done, we can start supplying water back to the consumers. That is why you look at it as, you know, a huge 86, because the 38 hours beginning is all on the plant and the transmission recovery. The water will take time to flow. Okay, that is the reason.
Now, is this the one of the biggest water disruption happened so far in Selangor from the affected areas?
Okay, we have also other plants that we have done scheduled shutdowns before. Mainly the biggest one we have SSP1, now is SSP2, and also we have SSP3. Previous years we have Langat and Sungai. It's one of the biggest, and I think in this scenario here, we will definitely have to do it. Yeah. Because you talk about Selangor, of course Selangor is the biggest state, and we have the biggest population. Hence, naturally, the treatment plants will be bigger than as compared to other states.
So what's the main reason for all this water disruption? Is this because of low water reserve margin?
No. Hold on. Fazil, can we show the oh, we can't show it there. That easy to see. That's all. Ini gambar ya. Am I going the right way? Or is it the other way?
That's what. Yeah. That's right.
But we'll show it. We'll show it there. Okay. The reporters. Okay. Ini kita belum ambil gambar nanti. Kita tengok dekat sana. Okay. For the reporters, maybe we can take them through that. What exactly and what the problem is.
Okay. If you.
This is right.
Okay. If you look at the left picture, it's showing the.
Yang kiri sekali, yang kiri sekali.
Dia tunjukkan connector power cable tersebut. Ya. Sekarang memang dia disambung, dan gambar tu cuma gambar yang kita nak tunjukkan connector lah.
Yang ini lah. This is the connector lah.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay. Nah, kabel ni, 33 kabel, 3V punya kabel ni telah melentur, yang dah sag, dah sag dan misaligned.
Jatuh sikit lah. misaligned already.
So kalau
This one,
kalau ianya tidak kita perbaiki, macam saya kata, dua kemungkinan. Satu, putus, dan sebab dia 33 kV, letupan mungkin berlaku lah. Ya. Kedua, kalau dia tak meletup, memang tak akan ada elektrik lah. Dan masalah dia akan berpanjangan kerana kabel tu telah melentur, dan biarpun selepas putus kita sambung balik, konektor dia mungkin tidak dapat disambungkan secara sebaiknya. Ya, itu yang kerja paling kritikal lah untuk henti tugas kali ini. Your answer on water reserve is not due to.
No, it's not water reserve. It's because of this.
Because of the criticality of the.
This one here, this one. It's misaligned right now. Satu atas, satu bawah. And if the thing breaks further, then there will be exposure.
So will it be another water disruption in the future?
Can I answer that question maybe? Yeah. Okay, the question was, will there be any other water disruption in the future? I have to give context. We are planning for the next 30 years. I think Government Besar has already announced about 30 billion ringgit worth of investments to improve water services in Selangor, Kuala Lumpur, Kerja. The part of these works that we're going to do for the next 30 years will not or may not involve any disruption. The disruption will be the last resort. So if it has to be done, then we will come to SPAN. SPAN will evaluate and do its necessary judgment. Because obviously the most important is the consumer's satisfaction that they get their water. But in order for the future to have a security for water supply, if it has to be done, we will come back to SPAN and announce accordingly.
Besides daily activities of normal consumers, businesses and whatnot, is there any rebates given to consumers or industries that may be affected, especially manufacturing plants? That's one. Second question is, how much will all this cost IS level in terms of revenue loss and in terms of rectification work, the cost?
Sorry, the second was reputation.
No, rectification work to repair, cost for repairing everything,
Right.
and cost of loss of revenue. How much will it translate in terms of loss?
Okay, I'll answer the loss of the revenue and rebate. In terms of the works, I think Kevin Siu will explain it. No rebates will be provided because we have given notice, and customers would have to find alternative supply. I mean, industrial customers would have to find alternative supply during that period. With regards to revenue loss, but there will be revenue loss, and also we will stop production, meaning we will also not incur cost of producing water for that 14 hours. So I think it's counted with the revenue loss, counted with no cost being incurred to treat the water during that period of time. On the actual cost of the work, okay?
Yeah, well, AWANI Selangor spent a lot of money for this rectification work. I will not be able to tell you the exact figure, but it runs into millions of ringgit.
Millions of ringgit.
Million, M.
Millions.
Juta.
Juta lah. Ada apa soalan lain?
I have one question.
Yes.
From what I saw on the infographic on Aisyah Bus, it's clear that ada itu lori-lori tangki air yang akan digerakkan pada 26 April. So is that correct? Just on 26 only?
Okay, what we have seen there, where we mentioned our on the 20th. Okay, the shutdown is 24. As I mentioned just now, all the recovery total will take 86. the recovery at the plant as well as the transmission main will be 38 hours. So it's almost 2 days already, right? The 26th that you mentioned is where we establish our pusat khidmat setempat. That's where you will see our tank on the ground, the jumbo tankers on the ground, the tankers on the ground. Now, but that does not mean if consumers have an emergency and need additional water supply before 26, they can call us and we will still dispatch the tankers. Yeah, but it's important to also note that this is a scheduled water disruption, and we have said that it's to be, the table for recovery is already there. So it's definitely at least 2 days that you will have to store sufficient water for your own usage.
If
But,
I think I need to add that for these 2 days, our concentration will be the customers who are critical, hospitals, dialysis centers, and those are really in need. So those are the resources for the initial 2 days. Customers with sufficient information would have stored water for 2 days. But like Kevin said, if you require water due to emergency, we will still supply. Yeah, but be considerate to those who are more in need, hospitals, dialysis centers. Right.
Awak ni tadi ada sebut 50% kawasan akan mendapat air semula dalam 24 jam kan? 50% itu merujuk kepada kawasan mana?
Okay.
Dia sebenarnya banyak lah ya. Kalau you lihat kepada jadual pemulihan atau info pelanggan yang telah kita kemukakan, semua yang kalau you lihat,
I think senang duk tengok ni, ada we publish about 4 info pelanggan. Those 26 April are the 50% lah.
that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
So you Petaling is the top part. There are 3 parts. The top part will get by 26 April. Similarly, Kuala Lumpur, that 26 April, about 2 parts are 26 April. Yeah, and then similar here in Klang, Shah Alam, the top part 26 April, and the bottom Gombak, Kuala Langat, mostly 26 April, Kuala Langat, yeah, Kuala Selangor. I think just refer our info pelanggan, please.
There's a hotline number.
Yeah, of course.
Sebarang-sebarang lain diperkirakan lagi ya?
What's the hotline number? Why don't I give it to you?
Terima kasih.
1-800
Or WhatsApp this number. 281
Just to recap and get it right.
or 019
Just to recap and get it right. Consumers are advised to store water before the 24th
That's right.
for at least 2 days supply.
That's right.
Right? The trucks will go down on the ground to supply water. When will they start?
For consumers, it will be 26.
2 days after the repair work.
That's why we said the consumers should store water for usage of 2 days.
Okay. But in cases of emergency critical areas, then you will send
I think I
trucks.
have to add to Kevin's view. Critical consumers will get on the first day.
That's right.
Okay, that's to be clear. Okay, it's not lorry tangki will only go 26 April. No, lorry tangki will go to critical set areas on 24th itself. Correct? Eh?
That's right.
Yeah. We cannot afford hospitals not getting water. So they will get the water.
If there are no other questions, kalau tidak ada apa-apa soalan lain, sebagai simpulan sebenarnya bagi as far as pen is concerned, isu ini merupakan the last resort. Seperti yang dikatakan oleh Encik Suhaimi bahawa there's an option lah, kita boleh tunggu dan tengok. Kalau kita tunggu dan tengok, mungkin ada explosion. And we don't want an explosion to take place. But this is a scheduled disconnection. What is a scheduled disconnection? People have been put on notice. Pengguna-pengguna diberitahu secara awal supaya ada pemotongan air dan mereka seharusnya simpan air untuk 2 hari. So we already informing people. and you have another 4-5 days to make preparation for the 2 days. Tapi seperti yang dikatakan, 50% of the pelanggan akan mendapat air selepas the first 14 hours of repair dah habis. So we hope the 14 hours the repair will be done and there will be no explosion in the 14 hours lah, seperti di Gamuda dulu. So kalau tidak masalah, then 50% of the pelanggan akan mendapat, iaitu lebih kurang 3 million pelanggan, accounts lah, akan mendapat air. So kalau kita ada masalah seperti sakit dan sebagainya, ada hotline dia ada, dan hotline WhatsApp mungkin saudara boleh tulis, iaitu 019 281 6793, dan satu nombor lain ialah 019 280 0919, dan telefon ada kan?
15300.
The telephone is 15300, dan AWANI Selangor, there will be somebody to answer the phone call, and hopefully there is no recorder lah. And please leave your message behind and they will carry back to you. Tapi mereka ada, there will be somebody at the back of the phone to answer your issues and help you in the process.
It'll be 24 hours?
24 hours, 24 hours. But and this is a difficult decision. It's not something that AWANI Selangor is doing because they like to do it. It's a difficult decision, and kita cakap pada pengguna untuk minta kerjasama mereka, minta cooperation mereka supaya proses ini boleh dijalankan. Dan saya harap, as far as plan is concerned, that we don't do the same thing next year in Selangor. That is the one and the only time that we do such a very big operation. Any other questions? Ada persoalan lain? So the simple point is, this is the issue. Yang kita nampak, this is the problem. And sambungan dekat sini tak bagi tu kukuh sekarang. Is misaligned. Oleh kerana misaligned, mungkin ada explosion. This is the pokok issue yang pokok. Isu ini ada misalignment. Dan kalau itu jatuh, maka mungkin ada explosion, and there will be a massive problem in Selangor. So untuk mengatasi masalah ini, kita membuat pengumuman mengatakan bahawa there will be a disconnection starting from the 24th, but on the 25th and 26th, you should be able to get your water back. Right? Ada persoalan lain? Tidak. So dengan kalau tidak ada persoalan, tapi kawan-kawan kita daripada AWANI Selangor ada di sini, so mungkin ada persoalan yang boleh tunjukkan ke mereka secara bilateral. Kalau tidak ada soalan sekarang, saya ucapkan terima kasih kepada semua kawan-kawan yang telah datang, dan harap kita boleh mengatasi masalah ini secara satu kumpulan, satu family dengan kerjasama semua pihak. Sekian, terima kasih. Duduk tu.
Berdiri. Everyone berdiri. Sini dulu.
Oh, Abi nak pegang tu lah.
Sini dulu jangan. Sini dulu. Ya. Boleh kan?
Okay.